Screw it, I'm gonna go through door 4. Decide that door 4 would be fine. He would go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. Why had Junpei even considered doing otherwise? He would be there for June, for Akane Kurashiki. That seemed good. He felt it was the right choice to make. He made no show of affection, but Junpei saw her as someone more than just a friend from childhood. He watched the other 4 walk toward their door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and Seven. Junpei said nothing as they left. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, then laid their hands one by one on the scanner of the panel of the red. Ace grabbed the lever. His face tight with determination, he turned his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions. Goodbye. Be careful. God, that's terrifying. As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open, the mouth of a great hungry beast. Beyond the door, Junpei knew, lay the sad remains of the 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and Seven hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing. Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack in the pool of blood. Do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you? Snake had not even bothered to turn around, but the other 3 steeled themselves and stepped through the door. The door 5 swung shut, closing with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door. They pressed their ears to it in an attempt to hear what might be taking place on the other side. It's beeping. It's just like before. Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet. Do you think they're okay? June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was Seven. Hey, there it is! That's gotta be the dead thing. Come on, get over here. We gotta authenticate. The beeping stopped. The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door. Phew, looks like it stopped. Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door, and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own. Hey guys, are you alright over there? They'd heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure. Yep, we're fine. Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever. Oh hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue. Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too. Awesome, thanks, that helps a lot. Well, we should probably move on now. You be careful out there. Roger that. Alright. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed toward door 4. They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. Four asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around. You guys ready? Yeah. Sure. Let's go. None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red. Alright, let's go. With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. Run! The 4 of them leapt through the door together. Well, shit. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold, electronic sound coming from their left wrist. The center of the bracelet, a red skull, appeared and began to flash. Well, that's fucking creepy. The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists, the numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway. There was no way back now. They were committed. If they could not find the device to deactivate their detonators... Hey, where the hell is the dead? How would I know? Don't give me that crap. Start looking. I already am. They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would likely have discerned that the doors led to cabins. Don't tell me the dead is in one of these rooms. Oh no. How many rooms do you think there are? Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at his best guess there were 7 or 8 of them. Ah, fuck! There wasn't time to count them, to be sure. Junpei ran to the nearest door. He grabbed the knob and shook it hard. It wouldn't open. It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate to the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw his companion already run to the doors of their own. They did not seem to have any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears. Shit! This one's no good! Same here! It's not moving! June was last to speak up. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red light. It flashed at him, dimly, from the end of the hallway. That's it! Over there! Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out as he ran. Hey, how many more seconds do we have? How would I know? Our time limit is 81 seconds. I know that, goddammit. I'm asking you how many we have left. In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true. Urgency foremost in all their mind, they arrived at the door at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them. Hurry! Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel. The other 3 quickly followed suit. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Phew! Pant. 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 Phew. Looks like it stopped. His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around. At the end of the hallway lay a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were 2 smaller ones. They all needed inspecting, but Junpei began with the largest of the 3, the double doors. How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Or perhaps he corrected himself, more a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage. Near the handle was a small keyhole. Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass. Mail? He wasn't quite sure what to make of it, and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him. No, that's not the symbol for mail. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically they are the same symbol. But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway, the symbols of the solar system. The sun. Saturn. The Earth. At least that's what I'm assuming. So this isn't the man symbol, it's a symbol for Mars. I think so, yes. While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. God damn it. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open. Then that must mean we only have 2 more doors. Lotus examined the doors on either side of the large double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it. B92 and B93. Junpei figured they were probably room numbers. The door on the left, B92, and the door on the right proclaimed that it led to B93. Alright, let's open them. Yeah. Junpei put his hand on the doorknob for the door that said room 92. Santa went to room 93. They made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded. 1, 2, 3. In unison, they pushed against their respective doors and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw the door open. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa. Hey, it opened. Yeah, it did. Junpei and Santa looked at each other. They had not expected the doors to yield so easily. Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts. Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan? I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet. As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued. Well, now we have these 2 rooms, I'm sure there's something in there that will help us. Get out of here. That will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. Junpei and June search the other room. Alright. Okay. Seek a way out. So I'm looking for something that'll help me unlock the Mars room. What are you? Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. No, I don't want to go there. Do you think maybe they could look around here before you go? Yeah, there's a lot to do by myself. Alright, yeah, I didn't mean to. You're so cute, June. Okay, that vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? Hehe. Aww. What is this shit? It's kind of a weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant nose. Really? Sucking on a human being's brain. What? How the hell? What? Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I'd mind finding out a little more of what goes on in there. It's like an ink blot. The fuck is going on in your brain, girl? Jeez. Oh, what? Oh. That's the bathroom wall. There are square tiles all over it. Okay. It's just a shower head. There's nothing special about it. There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used a shower once, so I know. There's a shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. A collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. Now let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even water in it. Yeah. Why don't we go back to the living room? Okay. Let's go back. Alright. What? Hold on. Can I check you? No? Okay. Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have time to be relaxing on a sofa. Aw. It's a table made of wood. Hey, there's something here. Looks like a box of matches. Box of matches. It's a box of matches. There are matches inside, obviously. It's kind of like a W or an M if you turn it the other way, maybe? Okay, box of matches. Don't know what good that'll do. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June. Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now? Yes, I'm feeling fine. June certainly looked fine. Junpei held his hand to her forehead for a few seconds. Seemed her fever really had gone down. Are you worried about me? Of course I'm worried about you. Yeah, I guess I am. Aww. June blushed and giggled. By the way, Jumpy. How did you end up here? What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I? There was a man with a gas mask when you got home that night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck. Yeah, that's it. But is that really the truth? What? Jumpy, are you hiding something from me? No. Why would I? Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would 2 childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this? Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something? What would I hide? Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know? You mean like the number of men I've dated? Oh, June, you're adorable. I love you. Junpei's heart stumbled over itself. Do you want to know? He had to admit he was a little curious. Don't worry. She smiled at him. Only 18? June, you're adorable. I love you. What? Times 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet. God damn it! God damn it, June! You're adorable. I love you. Oh my fucking god, she's so cute. June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way. Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-Deck. Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school. June nodded, and for a few moments she had the faraway look of someone in deep thought. Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that? Yeah, I do. So? Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours. You got any ideas who it might be? No, nothing. Oh. Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal. Or the janitor or the lunch lady. No, I can barely remember any of them. Yeah, I know. Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school, elementary school. Was there anything strange that happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain.